you know, in the fitness example, people, one thing I hear a lot is, man, I'm on my diet, but when I travel, I fall off.
There you go.
Because they are like, all right, I'll slack on my diet during this time. And then next thing you know, it's difficult to get back in that because starting is the most difficult part.
Yep.
So it's really, when you fall off, you got to start over. So one of the reasons people become this inconsistent is because they accept inconsistency.
Yeah.
Right? You got to really put a line in the sand. Like, no, I do this, right? This is what I do. Like when I quit drinking, I didn't have a problem. I wasn't like motherfucking drunk like yo mama. I just wanted to stop drinking. I just felt like, you know, this is not the best shit for me, right? And instead of saying, oh, I'm drinking sometimes, I'm a casual drinker, blah, blah, I said, no, I just don't drink. I just stop, right? And it wasn't like, oh, I can drink sometimes. Oh, and people will try to do this shit. I mean, you can have a drink initially. But when I said, no, I don't drink, they stopped doing it. Initially, if you say, man, I'm trying not to drink, then they'll try to get you to do it.
Of course, yeah.
But no, I just don't drink. Only one person in the last like fucking 5-6 years has ever tried to get me to drink when I said I don't drink, and that's Tristan Tate.
Yeah, you
we was in Atlanta,
bro.
and you know, but he didn't get me drink. He just roasted me. But I was like, nah, I'm good, man. Like I'm not going. I'm an adult. You're not gonna peer pressure me. But that's the homie though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the homie. It was funny, you know. Yeah, but yeah, it's just like that's the difference between having a line in the sand, right? And just kind of I'm trying to do this. That's another thing. People say I'm trying to eat better, or I'm trying to stop drinking, or I'm trying to drink less. You a motherfucking try, baby, right? You know what I'm saying? That's bullshit because it's almost like an admission of this might not fucking work. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I'm trying to do this. It's like, it's like, who would you bet on? One guy says, man, I'm trying to quit drinking. I was like, I don't drink anymore.
Yeah.
Right, like what you want? Who do you believe more?
Yeah,
you know, I'm trying to eat. I'm trying to eat better. I was like, I'm on this new diet where I get this many calories per day.
Yep.
Right. It's just you got to be more firm with yourself and not give yourself as much leeway. But like, you know, people are like, oh, I deserve it. I can take the day off.
I deserve it is the worst phrase I've ever heard, bro. I don't.
You don't deserve shit.
Cut that shit out your vocabulary, bro. Yeah, that is the worst. I think that's one of the worst things. And you know, and it's a very feminine thing, right? Only women say dumb shit like that. I deserve it. Yeah. I earn it. Like, no, man. Like, you should. Having that mindset already puts you in a loser frame.
Yeah. Yo, it's funny. Girls would be like, oh, can we do this? And you're like, why? Because I deserve it. I was like, bitch, what you do? No shit.
Nothing, bro.
Like, that's crazy talk. That's crazy talk. But you know, they'll do that shit because, you know, people will let them get away with it, right?
Course,
and people are gonna do whatever they're rewarded for.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
People are gonna do whatever they're rewarded for. Like, that's just some human nature shit. You know, all mammals are gonna do what they're rewarded for, right? And you know, women still get rewarded for that behavior. Some guys will reward them for that, right? But nobody's gonna reward us for that shit.
Nah, hell no.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
can't get behind the looks, nigga. Like you don't deserve shit as a man, man.
Nah. So, but you want to be way more strict with yourself. The reason it's difficult for you to be consistent with anything is because you accept inconsistency.
Yeah.
It's okay. I deserve it. Or something's better than nothing, right? No. In fact, nothing is better than something. And let me tell you why. Because when you have to accomplish any goal, any serious goal, you have to be consistent over a certain amount of time, whether it's a fitness goal, an income goal. When you were building this podcast, imagine if you were inconsistent when you first started, right? It wouldn't have got to where it is, right? But if you said, oh man, something's better than nothing, that kind of shit, then it's actually sinister because it gives you the impression that you're actually doing something when you would have been better off just doing nothing.
Yeah.
Right? It's almost like you're moving forward, but it's not something that's better than nothing. Nothing is better than doing something half-ass.
Yeah, because at least when you do nothing, you'll feel the pain for it, which might stimulate something in your head to say, damn, what am I doing?
Or you don't get the frustration. You're just like, hey, man, okay, you can just accept, hey, I'm going to be fat, or hey, I'm going to be broke, and just you can like make peace with that shit. But when you do a little bit, you do just enough to get no results.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you do just enough where you're putting in effort so you get no results. I'd rather you just get no results. without having to do nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's like people that go to the gym but like don't take sets anywhere close to failure. They don't train hard at all. They don't even sweat. They're on the phone the whole time.
They eat whatever they want. You know, it just, I'd rather you did nothing, homie.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't mean that in a mean way. Just, you might as well just do nothing.
That's why the phrase,
results are you going to get on nothing.
That's why the phrase "go big or go home" is such a thing.
Yeah,
it's a thing because they realize that like if you don't put a concentrated effort into something and you're really going hard, you're probably not going to bear the fruits of that labor to any significant degree.
Yeah.
If anything, you're going to get frustrated and be like, "Damn, I'm not getting no results," and you're going to quit anyway.
You're going to quit anyway. So you might as well let's just stop this charade and just don't start if you're not going to be consistent.
Yeah.
Right? You cannot accept inconsistency from yourself. But I think, people are just too nice to them, a little bit too nice to themselves.
Yeah.
You'll resonate with this.
Oh, yeah.
People are just too nice to themselves. Oh, man, this is a little bit, this is fun. I did this. It's like, nah, man. You need to hate yourself a little bit if you're not on point.
I can see where you let.
No, good point. You do.
Yeah.
You do. This self-love shit is earned. It's not given. Earned.
You ever have people come to you, man, I just don't have confidence. I just don't. Yeah. You know why? Because they haven't given themselves a reason to be confident in themselves. Right? Imagine if somebody who you love every day said they were going to do something for you, or they're going to do something that's going to help you, and then they only did it, and they never did this shit. How much confidence would you have in that person?
Yeah.
That person is you, nigga.
Yeah.
That person is you. And if you're making all these promises that you're making all these promises to yourself every day and you're not keeping them, why should you have confidence in yourself?
Yeah.
Right?
Andrew Tate went real viral one time for saying depression isn't real. And I agree with him on that. And what I agree with him in that is that we actually had a guy, I think, call into the show. It was a Zoom call. I forget what it was exactly, but it was like, hey, I'm depressed. And I said, well, and he told me where he was in life. And I was like,
his car.
Yeah, he was in his car. Yeah, he was whacking off the porn. He was in his car.
He was living in his car.
Feeling sad. Yeah, he was like, he didn't have he was a traveling nurse.
Oh, okay.
And he called it the show last week, right? So he had some money, he had like $3K to his name, but he was like just kind of trying to figure shit out. He didn't get a hotel or whatever. And I was like, bro, you're depressed, 280 pounds, all this shit, in debt. And I said, dude, you're depressed because that's a very valid response to your fucking shitty circumstance.
Yeah.
Like depression is like there to kick you in the face to remind you, like, dude, what are you doing? Like, it's a good thing. It's gonna it's pain to remind you that what you're doing is unacceptable and needs to change.
Yeah, you gotta earn pride.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta earn
and not being
confidence.
depressed. You earn happiness, but like we live in this world where it's like people think, oh, you deserve to be happy all the time, and it's like, no, dude, you gotta earn your happiness.
Off rip.
Listen, I mean, it's funny when people say I just want to be happy because it's like, I hope they don't mean that they want to be happy 24 hours a day, right? Because every human being is going to experience the full range of emotions, right? So to be happy, your life is not going to be an unbroken boulevard of green lights. You're going to have setbacks, tragedies, bad things are going to happen. Loved ones are going to die. Things are going to happen, right? And you got to be able to navigate those. But the more confidence you have in yourself, the easier time you will have being able to navigate through those situations. Yeah. Does that make sense? You'll be able. You want to keep the baseline, right? Of happiness at a certain point. Your baseline on emotions. There's two types of emotions. It's like your momentary emotions that can change from moment to moment, right? But your average emotion, that's what you want to do. You want to raise that. Gotcha. The only way you can do that is to do things that make you proud of yourself, man. Seriously, you got to give yourself a reason to be proud of yourself. And if you're fucking not doing what you know you're supposed to do, if you're not keeping the promises you make yourself, if you're falling off of your tune, if you're being inconsistent, if you're not doing what you say you're gonna do, why should you be proud of yourself? Right? You can bullshit other people, but you can't bullshit yourself. Your mind remembers. Your mind remembers this shit. It knows, oh man, you were supposed to get up. You were supposed to do that thing.
Small wins.
Yeah. But if you do those things over a while, you'll be like, oh shit, what the fuck else can I do? What else can I accomplish, right? And you can set bigger goals, and you have earned the right to go after bigger things. You really got. It's very important to be consistency. Not only will help you accomplish your goals more. You need to be consistent to accomplish your goals more, but you need to be consistent to like yourself more. To really. To be proud of yourself.
No, it's true. Yeah. It's absolutely true. And I think for men, if you're in a depressed state in your life, very rarely do I see a guy that's depressed that goes to the gym, is helping out people, making money, people respect him, people admire him. Very rarely do you see that guy be depressed.
Yeah, you can't bullshit yourself. You know what I'm saying? You just can't bullshit yourself. Now, you know, Andrew said that depression is not real. I mean, I would take it farther. It's like no emotions are real. Emotions are just combinations of different neurochemicals in your brain, right? Dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, like they're literally all in your head, right?
Interesting. I like that. Yeah.
I like that. All of them have good emotions, bad emotions, but they're all in your head. But they have a real effect on the way you present yourself in the world and the way you feel, right? It's all in your head, but what's in your head matters in your life, in the way you present yourself. And the only way to change as a man is to do shit you're proud of. You know, I'm just telling you, it's the easiest way to really start changing things for you. You know, when you get dopamine hits when you cross shit off your checklist, right? You got to do things to really change it for yourself. You know, when you start doing things that make you proud of yourself, you're gonna fucking change. Like I seen their whole personality change.